This is the Roulette Master, and I can't wait to share with you this new roulette system called All Mashed Up by one of my subscribers, Donald. He said this has been kicking butt in the casino, and I can't wait to share with you. Let's just jump right into it and get started. So let's place the bets first. We're going to be on first and third, 12 for 5, and first and second column for 10. And then we're also going to be on even for 5. $35 total bet, and let's spin. And I'm going to share with you everything you need to know to win money like Donald's been doing with this roulette system. That's a 33 black, and that's a $20 loss. If we don't lose all $35, we keep the bet the same. So let's go ahead and spin again. We're currently down $20. And that is a 35 black, and that's a $10 win. So we'll just rebet and spin. Currently we're minus 10. That's just because we lost that first one there. And let's go ahead and spin again. That's a 2 black. All right, that's a $20 win. So we are going to just rebet. And we're up 10 now. Once we get a full loss, I'll show you what to do next. And here we go. This is a bankroll protector system. And that's a $20 win right there. So this is a $2,000 bankroll with the current units that we're using. You can also do it with $200 if you use dollar units. But in that case, if you did use dollar units, it would be, instead of 5 and 10, it would be 1 and 2. So let's go ahead and rebet again. And we're up 30. So $35 total bet, and let's spin. This is called All Mashed Up, and he loves it. Donald does, and I hope you guys love it by the end of this as well. That's a $20 loss. Again, we're not going to increase the bets unless we have a total $35 loss. So let's see what we get here. Then we'll check our balance again. And that's a $20 win. So we're currently up 30. And here we go. I love systems that don't increase substantially on after each loss. And this is definitely one of those. And I missed the bet on that one. Let's go ahead and spin again here. And let's see what we get. And looks like a 9 red. Okay, that's a $20 loss. Again, we're up 10. We're not going to increase the bet unless we lose all $35. And here we go. Donald says he's been playing this all night long and is not busting and is making profits. So that's pretty cool. We just won 20 there. This is all mashed up. And you can see we're up 30. And that's pretty awesome considering we haven't hardly increased the bet at all. Actually, we haven't yet. That's a 12 red. We're waiting until we get a total loss for that, and we're up 20. Let's just rebet and spin. And you also will be getting a lot of comp credit for this one as well. That's a 32 red. That's a $20 win, and he might be onto something. We're already up 40. We haven't even increased the bets at all yet, so this is pretty cool. But I still need to share with you what to do when you do get that total loss, so hang in there for that. There it is. Okay, so when we finally get that total loss, we are going to double the bet, and now we're going to have 70 total, and here we go. That's an 8 black. Okay, that's a $40 win, and let's just go ahead and rebet at that level until we're back to good profit, in session profit, and here we go. That's a 22 black. Okay, so that's a $10 win. We're up 55. Let's just rebet that again. And here we go. Okay, that's a 31 black. That's a $20 win. Okay, now we can go back to, we're up 75. We can go back to the base level. So let's put those bets out again so you can see it. It's always 5 on first and third. And he does this strategically based on where the numbers are on the wheel. So let's put 10 on first and second column. Now again, it's a $35 total bet. And again, he picks first and third 12 and first and second column because of where they are on the roulette wheel. He says they're evenly distributed and have a better chance of winning. So we're up 85. Let's just rebet and spin. We're back to base level. And here we go. Let's see what we get here. That's a 10 black. That's a $20 win. We're up 105. That's pretty incredible since we haven't really increased anything yet, and that's amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and bet and spin again. $35 total, and here we go. And let's see, that's a 10 black, and that's a $20 win. We're up 125. Wow. I've been looking for a system where you don't increase the bets very often and still get a lot of wins, and this could be it. Let's keep playing and see what we get. That's a $10 win, and we're up 135. And I haven't seen any systems that haven't really increased the bets much and have made this much money, so that's pretty cool. That's a 16 red. That's a $5 win. So we're getting lots of different sized wins, but the only real rule right off the bat is that you have to have a total loss to double the bet. And there, it's funny, the last time I said that, we lost, and this will be our second time we had to double. And you can see that dropped us back to 105. Let's see if we can get a win here. All right, here we go. That's an 8 black. That's a $40 win, so we can go back to the start again. We're up 145. As long as you're close to session profit. And I tell you what, I'm going to clear that out so you can see the bets one more time. 5, 5, 5, 10, and 10. $35 total bet, and I'm really liking this one so far. That's a 34 red, all mashed up, and that's another $20 win. We're up 165 already. And Donald said he's just been playing this all night long because you hardly ever increase the bets, and that's pretty cool. That's a 2 black, another $20 win. We're up 185 already. That is incredible. All right, let's keep playing and see if this continues. We need a good long stretch to, just as I say that, we hit a double zero. So we will be increasing the bets again. That dropped us back to 150, so we were at 185. Now we'll be at a $70 total bet after we doubled finally. And here we go. That's a 5 red. All right, and that's a $20 win. Nice. And that's close enough to session profit. Let's go back to the start again. You want to be smart about that. And again, we'll put them out there again just so you can see. 5, not that one. 5, 5 on even, and then 10 on first and second column. All right, $35 total bet, and let's spin. Here we go. And that's a 0. Ouch. Man. Okay, so let's double the bet to 70, and we're dropped us back to 135. And here we go. Let's see what we get here. That's 11 black. Okay, that's a $20 win, and we'll need to stay there. Get back to closer to session profit before we restart. But if you want to restart, you can. It's up to you. That's a 12 red. That's a $20 loss, so we don't do anything different unless we have a total loss, which in this case would be 70. When we started, it'd be 35. And that's a 6 black. It's another $20 loss, so we're back to 115 profit. But we're still on $70. We're not going to increase that unless we get another total loss. And that's a 36 red. It's another loss. So we're back to 95 in profit. And let's spin again. I love how it's not increasing dramatically after all these losses. And there's a 10 black. All right, there's a nice $40 win, but we're not in session profit. Again, so we're just going to rebet, but if you want to, you can always restart. It's up to you on how safe you want to be. And that's a 24 black. That's a $50 loss. Not quite a full one, so we don't increase, but that dropped us back to 85 in profit, so we just rebet and spin. And here we go. Let's see if we can get a good win here, and that's a 2 black. And that's a nice $40 win. We're up 125. Let's rebet and spin. Here we go. Let's see what we get. And that's a 29 black. All right, that's a $20 win. We're up 145. Let's spin again. And again, it's we're going to try to get close to session profit. But again, if you want to restart now, you're more than welcome to. And there's a $40 loss. Not quite a full one. So we're just going to rebet and spin. And here we go. That's a 30 red. Another $20 loss, and we're up 85. And this system definitely cycles, so you want to cash out when you're up a lot. So you don't have to keep playing forever, but I want you guys to see a larger sample size of this tonight or today. So let's go ahead and rebet and spin. I want you to see the good and the bad with every system so that you're fully educated when you take it to the casino and know what the possibilities are. There's a nice $40 win. We're up 105. Let's see if we can climb back up there in profit and cash out. That's a 19 red. That's a $10 loss, and we're up 95. We're just going to rebet and spin again. Unless we lose the whole thing, we're going to keep the bet the same. That's a 22 black, and I just love that it protects your bankroll. And we're up 105. We haven't really needed even close to that $2,000 bankroll that Donald said to use, but it's nice that we have it there. And remember, that's just a $200 bankroll if you want to use $1 and $2 units on this. And there's a nice win. We're up 145. We'll stay right there till we're close to session profit. But again, if you want to, you're more than welcome to restart now. That's a 14 red, and that's a $10 win. And the reason that's a $10 win is because there's more money on the columns than there is on the 12, and that was an even number. So remember that, and let's spin. And here we go. That is 11 black. And that's a good $20 win. Fantastic. We're up 175. Now we can go back to the original bet. Again, 5 on first 12, 5 on third 12, 5 on even, 10 on first and second column. $35 total, and let's spin. All right, here we go. It's an 18 red. I think that's a loss. And it is, but it's not a full loss, so we don't increase. We're just going to spin again. We did lose 25 of 35, so it wasn't great, but we can withstand it, and that's a 4 black. That's a nice $20 win. We're up 170. Let's go ahead and spin again at 35. Here we go. Let's see what we get here, and that's a 17 black. Okay, that's a $5 loss. Again, we're not increasing unless we lose the whole 35. And, you know, that could be the whole 70 if you get to the next level. But there's a double zero. That's not good. There's a total loss. So remember that we were up 165, and we're going to double the bet and spin again and be patient until we get a good win and get back to session profit or close to. And that's a 24 black. That's a $50 loss. We're not going to double again because we didn't lose the whole thing. And we're 12 and a half minutes into this. And, man, I just want to play for a while so that you can see the good and the bad. And you're starting to see a little bit of what, you know, bad spins can do. On that last one there, looks like we lost 40, but that wasn't a total loss. So we're going to stay the same. Let's see if we can get some wins in a row here now. And that's a 36 red. That's a $20 loss. So now we're back only up 20. And let's see if we can turn this thing around. Another thing is when you do go on a bad losing streak, that's a 25 red, and we got a $20 win there. That's just because that was an odd or we would have won more. So we're just going to rebet and spin. But, yeah, occasionally, I mean, obviously I told you before, you definitely want to cash out when you cycle up. There's a total loss. So we're going to double again. And all of a sudden, we're actually down for the first time, except for maybe at the very beginning. And that's a 16 red. Okay, that's a $20 win. We're going to stay right there because we're not near session profit. What I was going to say, too, is if you get on a bad losing streak, you don't have to get all the way back to session profit. It's up to you if you want to, when you're back in regular profit, if you want to start over. But there's a nice $80 win. For instance, you could start over right now, but today we're going to be trying to get close to session profit. And that's a 33 black. That's an $80 loss there, but we're just going to rebet and spin because we did not lose the whole thing. And here we go. Excuse me. And that's a 4 black. That's a nice $80 win. So we're up 70. We're just going to rebet and spin. But if you do get to a high level like this and you want to start over, you're more than welcome to do that. You'll be just fine. And that's a 6 black. That's a $40 loss. We're up 30. Let's see if we can get a couple wins and cash out with some money. I just really love how this progression stays nice and low. And that's a 27 red. That's an $80 loss there. That puts us at minus 50. However, that's not a total loss, so we're just going to keep playing and keep the bet the same. That's a 10 black. And that's a nice $80 win. We're up 30 again. I just love how it does not get huge with the bets because you have to have a total loss to double the bet. That's a 31 black there. That's a nice $40 win. It would have been more if it was an even, but that's okay. We'll take it. We'll be glad to take that one. We're back up 70, and we just need a couple more good wins, and we can cash out with some money. Let's see what we get here. That's a 22 black, and that's a $20 win. We got lucky that that was in one of the columns. We're up 90, and let's go ahead and spin again. And that was also an even number as well. So you can get in that second 12 and still win. That's a 33 black, and that's an $80 loss. So that dropped us pretty quickly back to just up 10, I think. Let's see if we can get a win here. That's an 18 red. Ooh, that's not a good one. That's a $100 loss, and wasn't total, so we're going to keep the bet the same. That does, allow you to play for long periods of time, like Donald was saying, and that's the worst case scenario right there. We're going to double again. Okay, so let's we have a 280 bet now. It's the highest that we've been, but we do have that $2,000 bankroll. Remember, you can do this with $200 though. That's very important to know that. Just used $1 and $2 bets instead of 10, instead of 5 and 10. So let's go ahead and just rebet and spin, and let's see if we can get some good wins here. I wanted to play for a long time so that you could see what would happen when really bad numbers come up, and there's a nice $80 win. Let's go ahead and rebet and spin. I would love to get an even number that's in one of those columns, and that's a 6 black, and we did not get the column though, and so we're just going to rebet and spin because that wasn't a total loss. Let's see what we get here. That's a 34 red. That could be good. And that is good. That's a $160 win. Look at that. So we're just going to rebet and spin because we're not in session profit. And let's see if we can get another number that's low and even or high and even. That's a 25 red, and that'll work too. That's an $80 win. The reason that one paid so well was because it was in one of those columns, and the columns have twice as much money as the other bets. And there's a 0. That's not good. So just as we were thinking things were going to get better there, and we hit a 0, and that can happen sometimes. So we doubled the bet, and let's spin. This is why you need the bankroll in case you get really bad things like this happening. And that's a 5 red. That's a $160 win though. That'll help us. Let's go ahead and rebet there. And man, I'd love to get an even, high, or low number. Okay, that's a 12 red. But that's a loss because we missed the columns, darn it. All right, that can happen though, but it's not a total loss, so we're going to keep the bet the same. And then we'll check our balance again after this one. That's a 10 black. And that's fantastic. That's a $320 win. That puts us back up 90. And I would recommend restarting right now, but we're going to stick with what Donald said about getting back to session profit. But remember, that's not something you need to do. And we got another $80 win there. And let's restart now. We're up 170, and that's back in session profit. We're going to go back to the original bets: 5, 5, 5, 10, and 10. And then now we're back in business. But just so I wanted to play long enough so you guys could see that within roulette, anytime you play long enough, you can get really bad numbers, even with a really safe system like this one. So let's go ahead and spin again. And I want you guys to be as prepared as possible. That's why I always recommend that you guys try these on a simulator before you go to the casino. And we're up 170. Let's just rebet and spin. But I love how you really don't have to increase the bets for long periods of time playing this way. And that's a 2 black. That's a nice $20 win. We're up 190. And let's spin again. And let's see what we get here. Okay, that's an 8 black. Fantastic. That's another $20. We're up 210. So we'll just spin again. And here we go. That's a 13 black. That's probably not good, but we did hit the column, so it wasn't horrible. And if you hit the columns, you're still going to be fine. And really, you're going to be fine either way because we're not substantially increasing the bets. And that's a 30 red, and that's a $10 loss. And that's because we missed the columns. We did win the other two, so let's go ahead and spin again. Again, we're only going to increase if we lose the whole thing. And that's a 26 black. That's a nice $20 win. So we're up 215. Let's spin again at 35, and here we go. Okay, that's a 10 black. That's a nice $20 win. We're up 235. And I'm definitely going to be using this one at the casino and testing it more. But I really like how the bets stay low. And that's a 32 red. It's another $20 win. We're up 255. Seems like even though there's always that outside chance you're going to get a lot of losses in a row, the odds are you're not going to lose every one of these bets very often unless you hit the zeros. Now there is that chance that you could hit a bunch of zeros in a row, and that's why you have the $2,000 bankroll, and hopefully that'll give you enough chances to double. Let's go ahead and rebet and spin again. But if you don't hit the zeros, it's you're not going to lose every one of these bets very often. And that's a $10 win because we hit the column. We're up 265, and let's spin again and see what we get here. It's at 34 red. That's a nice $20 win. We're up 285. All right, let's spin again here. And building up great comp credit at the same time. That's fantastic. That's a 32 red. That's a $20 win. We're up $305 now. That's incredible. And I'm one of those guys that definitely uses their casino benefits to the maximum. You wouldn't believe how many people don't know. That's a $20 loss there, so we'll just rebet and spin. You wouldn't believe how many people don't know what benefits they have on their casino card. And man, I use free rooms all the time. I was just in Kansas City this week, and not only did I get free rooms for myself, I got free rooms for my guests, and I picked up the tab for dinner and breakfast with the comps, and I'm up 275 now. And I'm really enjoying this system. So I definitely use the benefits to the maximum. You can also get free cruises, but most of it, I travel around the country and use the free hotel rooms when I stay places because we're up 285. You just definitely want to take advantage of everything the casinos have to offer you. And that's a 13 black. And that's a $5 loss, so we'll just rebet and spin. And I would bet most people don't realize how much they're giving up on. I would guess if you asked, 30 people in a casino, only about 5 of them would know about all the rewards that they could be using. And we're up 300. And make sure you're using those benefits to the fullest because that's what they're there for. And that's a $10 loss. Let's go ahead and spin again at 35. I know I'm going to be in Vegas again soon. We'll be staying there free the whole week. And that's a $25 loss, not a full one, so we'll just rebet. And we just got back from Pennsylvania recently. We stayed there the whole week for free in the casino. And let's see, usually if you actually are not at home, but it's the same property, you'll get even more days that you're able to use. And let's go ahead and spin. And for instance, like when I stayed in Kansas City this week, you have so many per month you can use. So if you want to use them all on the same day, and we're going to rebet here again, if you want to use them all on the same day, you can have all your friends come and stay with you for free. And I even like to get rooms that connect, which is kind of nice when you bring friends. Let's go ahead and rebet. the thing I'm loving about this is we really haven't had to increase the bet very often, and that's because you're not going to lose all these bets at once very often unless you hit 0 or double 0. And let's rebet. We're up 255, and let's spin. And here we go. Oh, just as I say that, we hit the 0. So we're going to increase the bet to 70. We're up 220, and let's spin. So we obviously were at 255, and we want to remember that. That's a 10 black. That's a nice $40 win, and we're up 260, so we can put the bets back out again. And I just really like this so far. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, but I think it's fantastic so far. There's too many systems that go up in the progression too fast, and this one is really a slow-moving one. However, and let's go ahead and rebet again because we didn't hit the total loss. However, most systems that don't go up in the progression very fast don't win you money very fast, and this one, you can see, is we're up $230 even after a bunch of losses. So it's not one of those systems either. It's definitely making money and not getting high in the progression. So that's a $20 loss. We're up 210. So we've backed up a little bit, but that's okay. Just think how much we would have backed up if we were doubling each time. And that's a 17 black there. And that's a $5 loss. Thank goodness we hit the column on that one. And let's go ahead and spin again. There we go. All right, and that's a 1 red. All right, we got a win because we did hit the column. We're up 215, and let's spin again. And when you're at the base level, it just gives you a feeling like even if bad things happen, you're going to be okay. And there's a $5 loss. We were lucky to hit the column again there. And we're up 210. Like I said, you're not going to lose them all very often unless you get to where you start hitting zeros back to back and multiple times. So there's a $20 loss. We're up 190. Let's just spin again here. And let's see what we get. That's a 36 red. That's a $10 loss because we missed the column. Again, the column has twice as much money on those bets, so you're actually better off missing the other bets and hitting the columns. That's a 32 red there, and we got a nice $20 win. We're back up 200, and let's spin again. And I can't wait to see what you guys think about this one down in the comments, and I love your guys' feedback. And that's a $10 loss. So again, unless we lose the whole thing, we're just going to rebet at 35, and here we go. I'm glad I'm able to play a long session today, so you could see things like all the zeros that hit. I bet we've had at least 4 or 5 zeros now, and we need to double the bet after that 0, and hopefully not hit any more zeros for a little bit. It tried to, though, didn't it? My goodness. And that's a $40 loss, but we're just going to rebet and spin. Let's see if we can go on one more nice run here. And that's a 34 red. That's a nice $40 win, and we're up 155. And here we go. Let's see what we get. And that's a 22 black. That's a win because we hit the column, even though we missed out on the 12. And let's just rebet and spin at 70. And here we go. That's a 6 black. And that's a $20 loss because we missed the columns. We're only up 145 now, but let's see if we can finish strong here. And that's a 24 black. Okay, and that is not a total loss, so we'll stay at 70. And let's see if we can get some good wins here. And that's a 4 black. That's a nice $40 win. Back up 135. We'll stay right here until we're close to session profit. And that's a 19 red. And thank goodness we hit the column there. We only lost 10. And we're up 125. Let's go on another nice run here. And that's a 5 red. That's a $20 win because we got the column, and even though we didn't get the even. And let's go ahead and just rebet and spin. And let's see if we can get one nice win here before we close it out today. That's a 10 black. That's a nice $40 win. We're up 185 again. Let's just rebet and spin. And let's see what we get here. It's a 36 red. Ooh, that's a $20 loss, but that won't hurt us too bad. We're up 165. And here we go. And that's a 19 red. It's a $10 loss. Fortunate we hit the columns, or one of the columns, and let's spin again here. That's a 33 black. Ooh, that's a $40 loss, so we'll stay right there. Not a total loss, so let's just go ahead and spin again. Here we go. Oh, man. Ouch. Okay, so that's about our fifth or sixth zero, probably fifth. Let's go ahead and spin again. We doubled the bet finally after all that, and here we go. But again, that's why I'm playing long. I want you guys to see both outcomes. That's a nice $40 win. We're up 85. Let's go ahead and spin again. And here we go. That's a 3 red. That's not good. Let's go ahead. That's not a total loss. So let's go ahead and spin again. And here we go. That's a 31 black. Okay, that's a nice $40 win. We're back up 45. And this is definitely cyclical, so you want to cash out when you're up a lot, like we've been a bunch of times. And that's a 30 red. Ooh, we missed the column there. So that's a $40 loss, but not a total loss. So we'll just spin again. And that's a 14 red. And that's a $20 win. So even though we missed the 12s, you got to remember that you know, there's more money on the column, so the column hit's more important. And that's a 33 black. Ooh, that's not good. That's an $80 loss, but we can handle it. And let's go ahead and spin again, then we'll check our balance. Here we go. It's a 36 red. Ouch. Okay. Not a full loss, though, so we keep the bets the same. So now you've seen a little bit of a mix of doing fantastic, doing okay, and then having a stretch of some bad numbers. But there's a nice $20 win. Let's see if we can get a few more good ones here. There we go. That's a 26 black. That's a nice $80 win. So it gets us back up again. We're not in session profit, so we're just going to spin again here. That's a 29 black. And we were fortunate to hit the column there, and we're at 45. All right, let's spin again at 140. Here we go. And that's a 23 red. And we didn't lose too much there just because we did hit the column, but we lost the other two. So let's spin again at 140, and let's see if we can get a really good one. Ooh, that's a 3 red. That's not good for anybody except for the casino, right? So let's just all right, let me make sure that's right. Let me check that last bet there. We were at 140. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and spin. That's a 13 black. Okay, and that's a $20 loss, so we'll just rebet and spin. So temporarily, even after all the time that we've been up, we're down a little bit. So we need a good one. That's a 32 red. And that's a good one. That's an $80 win. Let's see if that can get us going in the right direction. We're back up again. Come on. That's a 6 black. Ooh, that's not good. We missed the columns, so we're minus 35 again. Let's get some good ones here. It's a 24 black. Ouch. $100. Okay, Okay, so we're minus 135, but we're not going to increase the bet. So we're going to have patience for some good runs again, and that's a 27 red. That's another bad one. So let's rebet and spin. But that's what I wanted, was you guys to be able to see, what happens in the worst case scenario. And if you play long enough, you'll have some things like that happen. But I think overall, this system has been fantastic. We haven't even come close to losing our bankroll with this one, so that's really important. That's a $20 win because we hit the column. Let's see if we can pull ourselves back out of this again. Excuse me. And that's a 4 black. It's an $80 win. So it's amazing that without increasing the bets, that we're pulling ourselves out of this. And that's a 33 black. And just as I say that, we missed the column. So you never want to speak too soon. Right now we'll probably hit a 00 after I said that. And that's a 19 red. And that's a $20 loss. Not too bad. At least we hit the column. And here we go. Okay, that's a 7 red. It's a nice $40 win. We're minus 95. We'll rebet again. And here we go. But that's a 20 black there. And we won because it hit the column. And we're minus 75. And here we go. Let's see what we get. The really appealing thing about this one, and that's, just I say that, that's a 17. At least we only lost 20 there. But the appealing thing is that it does appear that if you have a $2,000 bankroll or a $200 bankroll with $1 and $2 units, you can play pretty much all night long with this. And that's what I think is awesome. And let's just rebet and spin because we've had a lot of really bad numbers, and we've never been down more than maybe $150, something like that. But there's a $40 loss, and we're minus 95. But the cool thing is we've been up over $200 for the majority of the time, and that's pretty awesome. So that's a 3 red though there, and just as I say that, we're getting some bad losses, but let's hang in there. Okay, that's a 24 black, and man, I spoke too soon. Let's go ahead and spin again at 140, and here we go. That's a 9 red. Man, this is bad now. But you know what? I still really like this. I think we just played too long. And that's okay. We're going to still see what we can do here. That's a 15 black. And there's a total loss. So let's double and spin. And we are, man, we need some good numbers here. And that's a 7 red. Okay, that's a $160 win. Let's rebet and spin. And let's see if we can pull ourselves out of this. That's a 5 red. It's a $160 win. That's nice. Let's rebet and spin again. And here we go. Ooh, ow, no. So we're going to have to double again. Let's see how much we have left. Looks like we have about $1,300 left. We can only double one more time. And here we go. Let's make this work now. Ooh, that's a 15 black. Oh my goodness. So now all we would have left is about $150. So man, that's pretty much most of our bankroll. The most we could put down now would probably be like let's see, 15, 15. Let's do 20, 20, 20, and then 40 and 40. All right, let's go ahead and spin and see what we can do here. And we would need a miracle at this point. And that's 11 black. That's a $40 win. So let's just rebet. And we'll put the money that we win. Since we can't make the bets we're supposed to, we'll put those back into the column. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40 that we just won. And let's see if we can get another win. That's a 15 black, and that's not good. Okay, so that's our bankroll. So I really still like this system, and I think I'm definitely going to be testing it out. And I shouldn't obviously you shouldn't play this long so that you lose your bankroll. And but just make that Sonny always says, I don't know if you're familiar with Sonny on the channel, but he's very active, and he actually wrote a book called Get In and Get Out. Where you want to get up and walk. You don't want to keep playing. If you play long enough when you're playing roulette, eventually something bad will happen. And he's right. However, I'm glad that I've been playing longer because I want you guys to see both sides of it and see how long you can go without losing, but also see that if you play forever, it's eventually really bad things will happen. So you want to get up and get out. And I hope you really enjoyed this today, though. I do like the system a lot, and thank you, Donald, for sending this one in. Like I said, I'm going to be using it as well, and I will let you know what the results are in the casino. And I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. If you are, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, I'm putting low roller strategies on TikTok as well right now, so if you make it over to TikTok, please like, share, and follow on there as well. But I just want this community to grow as big as possible so that we'll have more and more people sending their strategies in every day. And the more really smart people we have sending those in, the better we're going to have to pick from every day and the better strategies we will see. So thank you guys for all your support. I really love doing this every day. I hope you guys love seeing new strategies every day, and I really enjoy it. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.